Hi, we're going to talk to you a little bit today about our collaboration with Kimberly and PocketMedic on these fantastic series of films on dementia. So to start off with, we'll just introduce ourselves. I'm Tim Stokes. I'm an Innovation Fellow and researcher from ATIC in University of Wales, Trinity St David. My background's in visual art and design, but now I'm kind of transferring my creative thinking and my sensibilities there into the ATIC team. So I'm applying it to user-based research and usability testing and helping to develop interactive and visual-based products and services in the health and well-being sector in Wales. I work quite closely with my colleague Caroline Hagerman. Over to Carrie.
Hello, my name is Carrie. I am another user experience researcher and innovation fellow at ATIC. So my background's in chemistry, but I've worked for innovation for many years. At the moment, I focus on user experience research, centering the voice of the user, particularly in products for health and well-being. So just to give you a quick introduction to where we work and then a little intro to our collaboration with PocketMedic. So we've worked for the Assistive Technologies Innovation Centre, which is a research centre based in Swansea, Wales, in the UK. And what we do is we bring a different perspective to innovation in healthcare. So generally what we do is we collaborate with enterprises, businesses in the health and well-being sector to help to develop and optimize their products, systems, and services. So this is usually through a combination of research, user understanding, prototyping, and testing. So just to give you flavor, some of the projects that ATIC works on involve testing hospital spaces in virtual reality, optimizing communication within hospitals, 3D prototyping of various medical devices, and behavioral analysis and evaluation of services or media, which is what we did in this project with Kimberly. So over to Tim to give a little intro to how the project got a start.
Okay, so this collaboration started back the very early stages of ATIC, and it was a kind of a what if and let's see what happens experiment that sprang from an idea by Kimberly, who wanted to see dementia through her parents' eyes or understand what they were experiencing from their perspective. So this initial experiment evolved into the series of films that we have today. ATIC helped to record Pauline and Clive's daily life. So we set up cameras all around the home, as you've seen in the last video, and we were able to kind of get first-hand footage of the challenges they face with daily life. And we helped review the footage for Kimberly. We used a piece of software you can see here called Noldus Observer. So we created a coding scheme based around the activities of daily living. So the idea behind this was to help us pick out any patterns, any triggers, any key moments that could be built into narratives or examples for Kimberly.
So after doing the recordings, Kimberly went away and worked with a few collaborators to begin actually developing the film. So as she was developing them, she shared them with us, and we spoke remotely to 18 carers, doctors, academics, trainers, family, and people living with dementia. So we showed them 2 videos each out of the drafts that Kimberly had generated. And we performed facial expression analysis while they viewed the videos. And afterwards, we interviewed the viewers to understand their experiences, their reactions to the film, and feedback for improvement or enrichment of the content. So the films definitely hit a chord, an emotional chord with everyone who watched them. So Clive and Pauline, our charming stars, definitely helped participants to feel engaged and, make it that emotional connection and investment in what the content was illustrating. So different types of people got different things from them. So carers or professionals who work with people with dementia found it really interesting to see those sort of examples, those case studies that they can then go away and discuss, think about with their colleagues, and to learn best practice from each other. For families and people living with dementia, it's empowering to show the difficult moments and the moments of joy, and to be like, you know, this is difficult, but it's worth it, and you're doing your best, and to give that information as well that might help make things easier. And a lot of people actually commented that the videos might have an appeal to, you know, all members of the public, particularly people who are making policy or working in the community, to help create that empathy, that understanding of a group that tends to seem a little bit like it's hidden away, hidden out of view, and sort of bring the reality of living with dementia to light. So yeah, that's a little bit about what we learned, and we're looking forward to hearing your thoughts further. But Tim, do you want to talk a little bit about the facial expression stuff?
We've got an example for you, and we couldn't show any of the footage we recorded with the participants because it's all quite private and anonymous. But we've recorded, myself and Carrie and our colleague Yolanda have recorded some demonstrations whilst watching the film to show you kind of how it works. And we'll play that for you now. So basically how it works is it maps a mesh. I don't know if you can kind of see it with the video quality here, but it maps a mesh over the person's face. It has about 500 different mesh points, and it uses these to detect changes in the muscles on the face. And through AI and deep learning, it is able to sort of attribute them to different expression and emotional responses, and it charts them throughout a course of time. So this was fantastic for this purpose because during the length of time it takes to watch a video, we had an accurate readout of someone's emotional response. So some of the films that you haven't seen today, such as Anger and Truth, they were kind of a little bit more intense in parts, and there were more kind of high positive and negative facial expressions. Other films that were more educational and had a more of a lecture style, I think like the visual perception film you may have watched today, this resulted in fewer facial expression extremes, but this was probably because people were concentrating. It's really good to know that the content is quite engaging, quite emotional, and is really kind of being well received by its audience.
So is this your dream come true? Your legacy is to be filmed in the last stages of your life?
Yes, of course.
This is your tribute?
Of course.
This is your swan song?
Oh, absolutely wonderful.
Can you play the part of somebody living with dementia?
I am living with dementia.
So just to wrap things up, first of all, thank you so much for your attention. Hopefully you enjoyed hearing a little bit more about the user experience, the user research process. But basically what we found, and I'm sure you'll agree, is that the videos speak for themselves. They're entertaining, they're educational, and they're also very effective at helping a lot of different people. We're looking forward to hearing your feedback and ideas as well. So thank you very much.